Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Brother with the Beard coming back at you live with another video. I want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed over the last week. This is a new channel, so I'm really thankful for all the new subscribers that I've gotten, all the views that I've gotten on my first vlog, as well as the 550 styling video. If you haven't checked those out, I'll put those somewhere so you'll be able to check it out. But thank you so much for showing the love and support. I'm back again here with another video. So if you take a good look at me right now, it'll give away what we're gonna talk about, the topic. I have all my jewelry on. We're gonna talk about gold. Gold jewelry, something that is a big part of me. A big part of my accessorizing with my looks, as you saw in the vlog and the lookbook as well. And it's something that I'm known for, right? There's two things that I'm known for. It's this nice ass beard and the fact that I wear a lot of gold jewelry. So we're gonna talk about what inspires my love for gold, what inspires, my inspiration behind the pieces that I got, as well as where to go to buy jewelry if you're interested in buying gold. And then number three, the kind of gold that's out there and what's the best bang for your buck, or where you're gonna spend a lot of money if you're looking to buy gold. So let's get started. So number one, where does my inspiration for jewelry come from? I get a lot of questions like, yo, what inspires your love for gold? Like, why do you wear so much jewelry or gold chains? Or what's your inspiration behind this piece, etc.? So we gotta go back a little bit and go back to like my mom and her upbringing. So my parents, or my mom, is Puerto Rican, and her father is, he lived in Spanish Harlem. That's where my mom grew up. And back in Harlem, my grandpa was a hustler, right? He used to sell gold jewelry, etc. So my mom grew up around a lot of gold, right? She has photos of a lot of rings on, chains, big hoop earrings, etc. He sold gold. So a big memory of mine being a little kid is just being around my grandpa, going to go visit him in Spanish Harlem, and him talking about some diamond earrings that he copped, or him having a Jesus piece, or him having a name ring and stuff like that. So from a very young age, I was exposed to gold, how it looked good with certain outfits, etc. So I became really interested in gold and jewelry. Now fast forward to the ages of like 6, 7, and 8. I was a really big fan, I still am, of reggaeton and Puerto Rican culture. So when you think about guys like Daddy Yankee, Teo Calderon, Don Omar, Luisin Yandel, those guys were known for wearing a lot of flashy jewelry, and I was amazed by that. I used to make music back in those days as well. So I used to make my mom go to like the little discount shops in our neighborhood to buy me fake chains and stuff like that, because I wanted to be just like those guys. They really did inspire my look. And now, fast forward now into my adulthood. A lot of the inspiration that I get from like my summer style and stuff like that comes from old Puerto Rican culture. So I'm a really big fan of salsa. So guys like Hector Lavoe, Frankie Ruiz, Tito Rojas, you go back to like their album covers and stuff like that, they're seen with a ton of gold jewelry. Tito Rojas, in one of my favorite albums by him, has the same ring on and stuff like that. So I get a lot of my inspiration from Puerto Rican culture, my upbringing being around Puerto Rican culture. My grandpa selling jewelry, always talking about gold, and me always seeing him with gold on. It really does inspire, my love for it. And another thing that really did influence my love for gold and jewelry is black culture and hip hop culture. I grew up in the Bronx, in High Bridge specifically. I'm a big fan of Nas growing up, the Wu-Tang Clan, etc. And those guys, if you look at a lot of their looks from back in the day in the 90s, flooded out in gold, same pieces, etc. So as I, started to venture into fashion at the age of like 12, 13, 14, a lot of that stuff really did inspire, my looks today as an adult, now that I'm able to go and buy, some jewelry pieces, etc. So that really, wraps up what my inspiration comes from, why I wear a lot of gold jewelry, why I'm a big fan of it, and I incorporate it into my looks. It's a big part of like my culture, my upbringing, and things that I've been influenced from my surroundings growing up in the Bronx, and being a big fan of hip hop. So a lot of questions that I always get asked is, yo, where do you cop this ring? Where do you cop that piece? I get a lot of questions as to where do I get my gold? Where do I source my gold? So I'm gonna help you guys out a little bit. So my number one piece of advice would be to support your local jeweler. A lot of you guys that are watching this are probably not located in New York City. So if I give you my jeweler and say, hey, go here, go to this person, it might not be useful to you, especially now that we're in COVID. There's not a lot of traveling that's allowed. You won't be able to come to New York and be able to support a jeweler. So go out into your neighborhood, support a local jeweler. There are things called pawn shops, at least in New York, where you can find some real vintage gold pieces at an affordable price. And those are places that you could be able to support locally to be able to get some nice pieces, some chains, maybe some earrings if you're looking for that, bracelets, etc. If you don't have a local jeweler, if you don't have a pawn shop, there's no local jewelry shop, a place that you can always go to is our best friend, the internet. Okay, so using places like eBay, Etsy, etc., other online retailers that sell gold will be able to provide you with the pieces that you're looking for. You want to make sure that, again, you do your research. If you care about the piece being real gold or being a certain gold in terms of like carats, then just do your research, right? Make sure you read some reviews on a shop etc. And then from there, you'll be able to, like anything else, make a good purchase and again, continue to support, online businesses, etc. So when you're looking to buy gold, there's obviously a ton of options when it comes to quality, price points, the color of gold, etc. So kind of the basics or the things that you want to look at is the carats in it, right? So there's 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat, and then 24 karat gold. And also the colors that you want. Do you want white gold? Do you want yellow gold? Like the stuff that I'm wearing? Do you want rose gold, silver, stuff like that, right? But this video specifically about auto gold, because I love yellow gold. So when looking at 10 karat gold, it's important to know that that is the cheapest form of gold. That is the one that's probably going to be most affordable to, maybe a young kid that's in college watching this video, someone that doesn't really want to invest thousands of dollars on an 18 karat gold piece, etc. This might be the one that's interesting for you. So 10 karat gold is made up about 41.7% gold. The other 58.3% is made up of hollow, right? So in comparison to like 14 karat gold that is made up of 58.3% pure gold, and then the rest of it is other materials that is used. So because 10 karat gold is uses less gold, it is more affordable, for more working class people that don't really want to invest in, 18 karat gold pieces, 10 karat gold pieces, etc. So what are some of the pros and the cons of buying 10 karat gold jewelry? Some of the cons may be that if you're allergic to certain metals, you might feel that reaction a little harder than if you purchase some 18 karat gold jewelry, because in 10 karat gold jewelry, there are more metals that are mixed in with the gold. Some of the perks of buying 10 karat gold jewelry is one, the price point. You're gonna get a beautiful piece at a valuable price point that's valuable to you, and also it's the most durable. Because 10 karat gold is made up of less gold and more metals, you can wear it every day, right? You can probably go into the pool with it, wear it to work every day. It's not gonna really change its shape, its form, etc. As opposed to like 24 karat gold, that is the purest form of gold and will literally bend if you touch it, right? So those are some things that you kind of want to consider when you're looking for gold, when you're looking to purchase gold. Is it 10 karat? Is it 14 karat? What is my price range, etc. Another good point to actually know is the price of gold in terms of gram. It always changes, so I'm not even going to include that in the video. It's important to do your own research. How much is gold going for by the gram? And when you go to the jewelry store, your local jewelry, or maybe shopping on Gold Online, you're going to notice that the pieces that are heavier in terms of gram are going to cost more, right? Obviously, it's taking more gold up in the piece. It's going to cost a little bit more money. So a lot of my pieces that I have on is from anywhere from 14, I have everything from 10 to 14 to 18 karat gold pieces. A lot of my, earlier pieces, such as like this one, these things were purchased when I was in college and I was like balling on a budget. So this is a 10 karat gold piece, right? Beautiful anchor. It's beautiful. I've had this for about 5 years now. Hasn't changed shape or anything like that because it is the most durable. It's probably my favorite one and probably my least expensive one. And it's probably, the ones that last me the longest. And it's 10 karat gold, and you would never know that. So never let that, deter you from the fact that you want a piece, right? If anyone tries to con you for wearing 10 karat gold jewelry, they don't know what they're talking about. All right, you let them know, like, my piece is still fly, right? This still gets the job done, etc. So another thing that you kind of want to think about too is, do you want to do that long-term investment, right? Obviously, this stuff has cost me a lot of money over the years. Some of the pieces I've spent a lot of money on. A lot of them, some of them also were gifts, etc. So if you know you're gonna go into your pocket and you're gonna make that investment, then maybe it might not bother you to buy a 14 karat gold piece or an 18 karat gold piece, right? This is stuff that you're gonna have for the rest of your life that you can pass down to kids, etc. The way that I hope to do with my son or daughter one day. So after you figure that out and you're like, all right, I want to invest or I don't want to invest, then from there you're able to, make a purchasing decision. So for some people that aren't interested in making that investment, then maybe you want to go after something that's like a gold-plated piece, right? And I always get asked that question, like, would you ever wear a gold-plated piece? Do you wear gold-plated pieces? I personally do not, because I just said that I think that owning gold is an investment, right? The value of gold never goes down. I'm always able to go to a jewelry shop and sell this if I needed the money, etc. I don't lose my dollar from purchasing this kind of gold. But let's say that maybe you're a person that you're not interested in that and you kind of just want it for a fit pick, right? You have this outfit in your mind, you're like, this will look nice maybe with like 2 gold chains, some rings, but I'm not looking to spend a couple $1,000s. What can I do? Then you can go to, find some shops that sell some gold-plated pieces. There are shops out there that take 925 sterling silver, which is a good form of silver. They dip it in 18 karat gold or 14 karat gold, and it makes it look, pretty nice. And you're able to get that look of having gold jewelry without paying the price. So again, these are all things that you really want to consider when you're thinking about gold. We talked about the types of gold, where you can buy it, the different price points and stuff like that. I'm gonna talk about some of the pieces that I own, and some of the, the ones that have like sentimental value and stuff like that. So I do have a few rings. I don't have to order them on right now, but just to go through each one. This first one here is a nugget ring. I'm a really big fan of this one. This stuff can be seen, on rappers from the 90s and reggaeton artists. Hector Lavoe had a really big nugget ring and stuff like that. So like I said before, a lot of my inspiration comes from my Puerto Rican culture. This is an essential piece in Puerto Rican culture. Another one is the onyx ring. My dad actually had this ring when I was a kid, and that kind of inspired me to go on and get this ring. Now that I'm an adult, I think it'll be pretty cool to pass down to my son or daughter when I have one day. Another one is El Indio. This is an essential ring in like Bori culture. You'll see a bunch of people from like back in the day wearing it. So I was able to purchase myself this as a Christmas gift last year. Love it. Has a different jewels and stuff like that. This one is actually 14 karat gold. Beautiful piece. Big fan. This D ring is actually not my ring. This is my mom's ring. This was a gift to her on her 18th birthday. As I said before, right? Gold has sentimental value as an investment. My mom's 18th birthday. She got this ring. It's still around. I went through her jewelry case one day. I saw it. I was like, I'm taking that. So I always wear this ring as like my pinky ring. Love it. Here on my right hand, I have a Cuban link bracelet. And Cuban link bracelet are, again, they've been around for tons of years. They've been a big part of hip hop culture, etc. So this is a Cuban ring bracelet. This one is about like 6 grams, I believe. I don't really remember. 14 karat gold. Love this piece a lot. I bought this from a Houston jeweler. So I said before, using the internet, right? I found her online. She's a small shop. I was able to support her during COVID, and I purchased this piece. Now moving on to like some of the necklaces that I have or chains that I have. This is an anchor piece with Jesus Christ on it. That is one of the first pieces that I ever purchased. Another piece was a gift from my girlfriend. This is like a saint. That is like the saint for children or something like that. I don't even know what it is. I just know that I went to a jewelry store. I wanted a medallion. I saw it. I enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, babe, I need that one. And I got that one as an anniversary gift. Like that one a lot. One of my favorite pieces. The smaller chain that I have, which we probably give you guys some B-roll footage of it now, is a Puerto Rico piece. I used to have a bigger Puerto Rico piece that I lost at a pool party. That's a story for another day, but don't wear your jewelry to the pool because you'll lose it. I lost that piece, so this was kind of the replacement. It's a lot smaller, but it's a piece that I could wear every day, day to day. Love that. And I bought that one from a vintage jeweler, I believe on Etsy, which is, this one is like 10 karat gold. Very nice, good jewels and stuff like that. And then my most recent piece is probably one that I got a lot of compliments on when I posted it on Instagram, and in my last video, someone was like, yo, that piece on your neck is fire. That is the San Lázaro piece, right? So this piece was inspired by, again, my Puerto Rican culture. A lot of Puerto Ricans wear this piece. It's like known in our culture and in our jewelry choices. And also Nas, there's a picture of Nas. I believe he's with Tupac and Biggie, and he has the St. Lázaro chain on. It's not this exact one, but it's one very similar. And I saw this back right during the Tumblr days, and I was like, yo, when I get money, I'm definitely copping that. So I was able to cop myself this one, kind of replacing the fact that I lost another piece, which is my Puerto Rico piece. This was its replacement. So yeah, those are all the ones that I have. Am I looking to buy any more jewelry? Right now, I'm kind of gonna relax. Jewelry is expensive. It does add up in terms of price points, so I'm kind of chilling right now. But I do have a Santa Barbara bracelet, which I'll put a photo for you guys, so you guys can see that my jeweler sourced for me. And I was supposed to go take it out from the jewelry shop before COVID. Never got the chance to because everything shut down in New York City. I just never been back. So hopefully she still has that there waiting for me. If not, then I guess I'll have to buy another one. But yeah, that is a piece that I'm looking to hopefully take out soon. And I can add it to my jewelry collection. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, that video. I do get asked a lot of questions regarding jewelry and stuff like that. So I was, hoping to give you guys a little bit of insight of where to go, what's the kind of jewelry you can buy, how much will it cost, and some of the meaning behind the stuff that I own. So thank you so much for liking this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what kind of jewelry do you like. I know some people aren't a fan of gold. Do you like silver, etc.? So let me know what you like. Brother with the beard, I'm out.